Hello, everyone. Our online experiment will focus on simple pendulum, and this experiment can be done at home. And the leader for the set activity make sure to distribute the task accordingly to your members. All right. Now, for this experiment, we will demonstrate a simple pendulum, and we will establish the relationship between the length of the string, the period or the time it takes for this specific pendulum to complete one cycle and the frequency of a specific pendulum. Likewise, we will interpret the data with the use of statistical methods of dealing with errors, just like what you did in our previous experiments, wherein you got the different deviations. If you will see here, the deviations, the average or the mean, the percent error, the standard deviation. All right. Now, in this experiment, we will be using again your phyphox, which I'll be showing to you later on how to go to the specific feature of phyphox for this specific experiment. And the different relations that you have to remember with pendulum would be the equations of the angular frequency omega, which is equal to g over L, or the acceleration due to gravity, divided by the length of the string that you're going to use, the period or the time it takes to complete one cycle. So one cycle is when the swing moves from here, going there, and back to the original position. Okay, that's one period. Or it's equivalent to 2 pi over omega if you're given the omega. Or period is equal to 2 pi square root of the length over g, wherein this is the specific equation you're going to use since you're given the length, you know the value of g, and 2 pi are constant. And lastly, frequency. Frequency is the inverse of your period. This technically tells us how many complete cycles are there in 1 second. Okay? So these are the different equations that you're going to use in this experiment. And for the materials, you will definitely use your phone with the phyphox mobile application, another another device that will control your phone, kasi your phone will be the one to move um back and forth. So you need something to control it. So it can be in the form of PC, laptop, another phone, iPad, or a tablet. Okay. And then a paper tube from the tissue. Okay. Or a small plastic bag to support your phone or to carry your phone, a rubber band, a tape measure, and a string. So this is your string, technically. So this is how your pendulum looks like. So your phone is actually the one that will move back and forth, that will swing. And you need this strings, okay, to support your phone. Now, okay, so the first thing that you have to do is to open phyphox, or before you go to that, let's look at muna how are you going to set up your pendulum. So you need the paper tube. Okay, you put some holes, and the goal is that you should be able to fit your phone inside that tube. Okay, and then you have to secure it with a rubber band, and you will put the strings on the side and will be able to tie it on a specific rod, wherein your phone can move back and forth like a simple pendulum. Okay, so this time we have to set up the phyphox. Okay, kasi once you have already um, made your simple pendulum like this, we can go to phyphox na. So I'm sure that you have the phyphox app on your device because we used that last time. So to find phyphox, so for example, I will find phyphox here. So I'll just type phyphox. So there, I'll click it. Oh, wait. And then what will appear first is this one, okay? This is the landing page of your phyphox. And then we will find mechanics, this one. You will see mechanics here at the middle left side. And then we will choose pendulum here, this one. Now let's click pendulum. And then you will see here the period, the frequency. Then you have the results here, G, length, resonance, autocorrelation, and raw data. So the first thing we have to do is to go to the ellipsis on the upper right side, click that three dots there, and then we will do a timed run, this one. and then just do a timed run, and then we will have a start delay of 3 seconds, meaning the your phone will start measuring after 3 seconds, and experiment duration is 10 seconds, meaning your device will measure for 10 seconds. Okay, so just put all those data 3 and 10, then press OK. And then what we will do is again click the three dots or the ellipses here, and then you will allow remote access there. And then press OK. And then you will see a URL at the bottom left side of your device. You will type that, okay? You will type that on your other device for you to be able to control your phone that is the one swinging. So you will type this URL in your cell phone, in your laptop or PC or tablet or iPad. So therefore, those devices will be your control. So if you will control, what are you going to control? You will control the play and stop here. So you will see here the play and stop. Okay? So what's gonna happen if I play this? You will see it will start measuring after 3 seconds. So if I play this, you would notice that, let's say that my device is swinging now. So my device is swinging now. It will start measuring after 3 seconds. You will see that there are numbers now that you will see in the period for frequency, and it will stop measuring after 10 seconds. Okay, so after 10 seconds, you can now press stop on your other device, okay, on your remote. And then these are the data that you're going to input doon sa ating data table here. Okay, so that's the data that you're going to input here sa period tsaka sa frequency. So now you have to also measure the length of the string from the pivot point. Asan nga ba yung pivot point? Ang pivot point is from this point up to this point. This is the length of your string. All right. You will measure it in meters. Then theoretical value of period, you'll have to use the equation which is given in your module, which is this one. T equals 2 pi square root of L over G. So let's write it here. So the equation we're going to use here, T equals 2 pi square root of length of the string over G. So you have to calculate. And then theoretical value is just simply F equals 1 over T. Again, calculate. And then all the experimental values are the ones that you will get from the phyphox. And then do the deviations. Initial value minus the average here, and so on and so forth here. Similarly with frequency. And then you'll get the theoretical value, the percent error, deviation, the variance, and the standard deviation. And of course, the calculated value of your G, which is equal to 4 pi squared L, which is the length of your string, times or divided by the average of your period squared. And then you have to write here the percentage error of your G, and you have to insert the image of your setup and the print screen plots of your results in phyphox. So I need to see the image of your setup, which is like this. Okay, like this. And you have to also print screen the screen plots from your phyphox. So nasaan yun sa phyphox? It's here, the autocorrelation, this one. Okay, so it's this one. So if you have a good data, this should be a good sinusoidal wave. Sige, let's try again. Kasi we did not complete the time here of 10 seconds. Sige. So I'll just make this device swing for 10 seconds before we stop it. Let's just count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, assuming that this is already 10 seconds. Okay, and then we will go to autocorrelation. Okay, that's the graph. That's how the graph should look like. So you have to print screen that, all those 5, and I need to see the values of period and frequency here. These values should reflect your answers on the table here. Dito. Okay, yan yung dapat ko makita. So again, you need to screen 5. You need to have the the 5 trials, the print screen plots, kasi those are the print screen for these 5 trials. All right, and then you have to discuss or answer the questions that follow. And then after you do the activity or after you gather all this data, wag nyo munang i-dismantle yung setup kasi you will still use that to answer number 3 question. In terms of number 3, you have to change the length and you have to answer what's going to happen to the frequency. Okay, and make sure to follow the instruction. You have to plot your result using MS Excel. To add the labels, okay, add the trend line and show your data points and the equation of the line. Kasi some of the groups still failed to put the equation of the line. Okay, so it's just there on the features of your MS Excel. Okay, it's there. Just add trend line and add the equation. All right. So that's basically our makeup experiment. And the due date for this experiment is on, let me see, on July 6th. Okay. The due date for this is on July 6th. So due on July 6th, 2026. But if you will be able to submit this by we're not allowed to do submissions no on ILW. So if you will be able to submit this by Friday, which is on, or by Saturday na lang, I'll give you some time, on June 27, 2026, you will get +1 in your data sheet. All right? So yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. You can send me an email or you can send me a message in Canvas. Okay? So goodbye everyone and see you all face to face on July 6th. And by the way, on July 6th, we will conduct the experiment on reflection and refraction. And take note that I have already uploaded the pre-lab discussion of reflection and refraction last week pa. Okay? So yeah, see you all and yeah. Bye everyone.